Hi everyone, my name is Chantel and welcome to another video. Today I have a special video for you because it is my final Burtober video that I had planned from the beginning, from starting Burtober on the 1st of October. I want to thank everyone who has participated. This has seriously been mind-blowing, humbling and absolutely incredible to see all your wonderful creations. I started off by doing my Burtober drawings in my sketchbook, and this is my sketchbook currently, but as I went I was like, I want to make all these little pieces into a final Burtober piece, which I had in mind anyway, and it was gonna be, well, it is going to be a Burtober Tim Burton kind of exhibition space in miniature. So I was gonna do these little pieces anyway, but I started off by doing them like this. And this is a little snippet of my sketchbook, and I just stuck them in kind of randomly. So as you can see, this piece is part of that one, but then black and white, and these ones are partially in color. And if we're looking for this one, that is this image. So halfway through I thought, I need to make these into miniatures, and that's when I started doing these on the side. But I also started making these little shadow boxes and a little, I don't know, 3D framed art kind of thing, and this was for the poison, and you know, little bits and pieces that I could put into this exhibition space, this miniature exhibition space. So this is what I'm all gonna put inside of it, but let's go to the creating of this miniature. I started off by cutting up 4 sheets of foam board that are roughly 8 by 8 inch. And then drawing in the swirl that I want on the floor of the exhibition space. To give the floor the white stripes, I'm using abstract acrylic ink by Sennelier. And then going over the sides of the still black stripes to give it a little bit more of a pop, so you can actually see what's going on here. The next step is gluing on the side and back panels so that we have walls and eventually also a roof. The glue I'm using here is Fabri-Tac glue, and I just put it in a small bottle so it's easier for me to use it on a daily basis. And this is where you can see how I put the lights in and the slanted top panels so you don't look straight into the light, and then on top of that I put the roof. And this is what we have so far. Moving on to the polymer clay part. At the back of these 2 glass panels I put a cutout of the frame I'm gonna glue the polymer clay piece on top of. So I have the dimensions and I know how big the frame needs to be in polymer clay. I first shape it out in foil so I don't waste too much clay, and then on top of the foil I start building up the shape that I want. Now we have the base shape in place, and now we can start building up the polymer clay on top of this little frame. I brush on some bacon bond over the entire surface so that I'm sure that the clay is actually sticking to the foil. This is not a special brush, it's just an old paint brush that I always use only for this purpose. I don't clean it because the bacon bond doesn't dry up, it just stays liquid. It basically just lives in my polymer clay toolbox. I rolled out some sheets of Super Sculpting Original and just slapping that on the base shape, and then cutting around it with an X-Acto knife or with a utility knife, and then shaping it the way I want it. And as I mentioned in a previous video, the thing that you do most when working with polymer clay is blending it out. I extruded some thin snakes of clay with my clay extruder, and I am going to make the little details on the archway. So what I'm making here is the entrance to the exhibition space. The exhibition that Burton had going on a while ago that I unfortunately did not attend because it was only in Melbourne and Sydney and all over the rest of the world except for Perth. At that exhibition he had this archway as the entrance to his exhibition, so I thought why not make it in miniature in polymer clay. Here I'm just shaping out the left eye, and then the right eye will actually be inside the frame. I'm sorry my hair is in frame here. I like to be as close to my work as possible when I'm working with polymer clay. Now that the eyes are in, we still have to do the cheeks, so that's what I'm creating here. I rolled out another snake of clay, which I'm attaching here, and that is because I want to, well, the frame has teeth, so I needed some space to put the actual teeth in. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm just giving myself a little bit more clay to stick the teeth into. And this is the hair that the thing has. So it's basically a metal wire with eyelash yarn curled around it. And these are the teeth that I baked before I put them into the frame, because this is just easier this way. And I'm attaching them with some bacon bond. On to the paint job. I covered this entire thing in white because the thing is white, and then you might think, why didn't you make it in white clay? Because it's more expensive. So the whole thing is white. I think it's 3 or 4 layers, and then onto the black details, because the only thing that this thing has is black and white, and the cheeks are a very muted pink. Because I like to age things up, I am just giving it a black wash, so it's black acrylic paint diluted with water, and just brushing that over the entire surface. And this is the frame going on, and then on top of this frame I will put the polymer frame, and then let's have a look what the final result looks like. And with that, Burtober is done and dusted. Thank you for everyone who participated. I am truly amazed by all your talents and creations. Please stay tuned, as at the end of this video there is a slideshow gallery with a selection of all the wonderful creations you put on Instagram. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up, it really helps my channel out. Make sure to check out my socials and consider supporting me on Patreon, where me and my patrons chat a lot about everyday things and upcoming projects. And if you're new here, welcome! Please don't forget you can click the subscribe button to become part of the Raven family. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!